everybody's got what is known as spirit guides. Whether you know it or not, whether you believe in it or not, an atheist has spirit guides, a Muslim has spirit guides, a Jew has spirit guides, a thief has spirit guides, everybody has spirit guides. And you don't have to believe in something for it to be there, you know? The internet has always been there since day one. If you told somebody 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, 200 years ago even 100 years ago, even 50 years ago, that there's gonna be this thing where it's invincible, you know, this invincible thing, this invincible force that's gonna connect people instantly. They're gonna be able to message one another all the way from across the world, from South Korea to Canada, right? And instantly they'll receive that message. If you told somebody that, they'd be like, you're a lunatic, get the fuck out of here. You see that over there is a mental institution over there, you know, just go check yourself in, do us all a favor. But it was always there. The internet was always there and always will be. It's just we now have the technology and the access to it. Same thing with electricity. Electricity has been there since day one. It's just that we realized at some point in our progression as a humanity that there is this invincible force of electricity that can power things, you know. Again, you don't have to believe in something for it to be true. You don't have to believe in something to be there. You can deny it all you want, you know, you can deny the existence of the internet, but it's there. It's always there, always was. You could have denied it 1,000 years ago, but it was there, right? In the same way, spirit guides are there, and everybody's got them. Everybody's got them, and you have different ones at different stage in your life, but you have at any given point in your life spirit guides that will guide you, that will help you, that will even arrange certain things for you if you ask them. See, it's very important that in order for you to talk to your spirit guides, to set the intention. See, I think now it's the spirit guide speaking through me, telling you guys, okay? Because I don't even know where these words are coming from. But it's very important to set the intention. I want to communicate with you, right? It's just like if you're gonna pick up the phone, you're gonna call your mom, you set the intention, I'm gonna call my mom. And then you pick up the phone, hey mom, how is it going? It's the same thing, it works the same way. Set the intention that, hey, spirit guides, I want to have a one-on-one with you. I want to talk to you. Okay, I want a one-on-one chat, okay? Let's sit down, let's figure some shit out. Okay, I got some things I need you to help me with, guide me with, give me some answers, and perhaps you can do this favor for me. If it aligns with my highest purpose, you know, then maybe perhaps you can do this for me. I'm going to share with you guys a story that I shared before that I think it's worth of another video altogether, but let me just put it in this video. I made this video a really long time ago. Last year around May, yeah, I would say around May. So about a year ago, right? Just, you know, a little over a year. I just got into this stuff, right? I've been dabbling a lot with psychedelics, and I just got into this stuff. I didn't really believe in angels. I didn't believe in spirit guides. Sure, I was brought up as a Muslim, but I became an atheist after, and I denied it all, and I said, this is horseshit. You know, but psychedelics sort of brought me into that sphere again, but I still didn't really, I was still skeptical. You know, I actually have a skeptical nature, you know, so much so that I became an atheist. I rejected everything that I was brought up with, all the Muslim traditions and rules, and I don't follow a religion now, but I completely denied it, completely became atheist, completely skeptical. So I have a skeptical nature. So even up until a year ago, I knew there's some shit in there. I know, I knew. You know, I've done a few 5 grammars by then. I've had extraterrestrial contact. I've had some really, really deeply spiritually profound psychedelic experiences. I knew. So I was like, okay, angels and spirits and all that, they're there. You know, I just kind of knew it, but I was still skeptical of it. So here's what I did. I meditated and I asked. I said, if you're there, show me. That's what I said. I said, if you're there, show me. I want to see proof. Okay? So then, a few days later, I go on... Okay, sorry. I go rent one of my city's bikes, Hamilton bikes. They're called Sobi bikes. I rent them out, right? So they have names on the wheels. Okay, like right on the wheel, there's every bike is given a name. It's, you know, they give them funny names sometimes. And I grabbed the bike and I look down and there is a name on the bike. The name of the bike is Melissa. And then I have this urge, because this is how spirit guides talk to you, right? The spirit guides talk to you in the form of intuition, in the form of strong emotional feeling. And I had this strong emotional feeling that somebody with the name Melissa I'm going to encounter somebody named Melissa, one way or another. I was so certain of it, guys, so certain of it, that strong gut feeling. I told my brother and I told my friend. So I have two witnesses for this. I have two witnesses. I told them right there in that same day. I called my brother. I'm like, bro, watch. I'm gonna encounter somebody named Melissa. And I told my friend right away because I was so sure of it. Now, a week later, I was sitting in my apartment. Had a couple of talks. Some nice Mary Jane. And I get a text message from a local Hamilton number, mind you. Local, from my city. Hey, where are you? It's Melissa. And this is an unknown number, mind you. So I sit there and my first reaction was, yeah, like, this is the message. Like, I just looked up. I'm like, whatever the fuck this is a message. But first, my logical, skeptical mind kicked in, and I call my friend and I call my brother, say, you guys fucking with me? Are you guys fucking with me right now? Are you using like another phone number? Are you fucking with me right now? Are you like playing some kind of a joke with me? And they said no, you know, they said no. Like, I made sure, you know, okay, just tell me because I already caught you on the joke. They said no, they didn't. So then I didn't message back right away because I wanted to see if this is a joke. You know, I don't want to look bad having this joke played on me. I messaged the next day. I say, hi Melissa, it's this is Saeed, who are you looking for? And she just texts me, she says, oh, sorry about that, wrong number. Sincerely a wrong number. And that's that. I haven't seen this Melissa in person, but it was a sincere, hey, you know, it was just a wrong number. And that's that, right? Now, what the fuck are the odds of all of this happening? Okay, I mean, think about it. What are the odds of a local Hamilton unknown number texting me? And I guess whoever this Melissa person is texted a friend, you know, a friend of hers, and that's the message. But she still said it's Melissa. Now my interpretation of this is the spirit guides have interfered because they can see things as they can see this holographic reality as a code. It's a simulation. They have interfered. They have looked for the closest possible Melissa in my area, and perhaps she was drunk because this was at night, and interfered with her writing a little bit, right? And made her put in maybe a couple of wrong numbers, which turned out to be my number, and then made her text me in the exact same sequence. Hey, where are you? And then the second message, it's Melissa. I mean, she didn't have to text that it's Melissa. If she's texting her friend and she thinks she's got the right number, she doesn't have to, right? Hey, where are you? It's Melissa. Right? So that right there and then was like my sign. It's like, all right, you guys are there. And since then, we talk a lot. And I have a lot of stories, man. Like, honestly, sometimes I can ask them for very specific things, and within a very short period of time, it's there. Like, it happens. So now, after telling you guys this story, how do you communicate with spirit guides? Number one, set the intention. Just like you're picking up a phone to call your mom. Hey, I'm picking up the phone. I'm talking to my spirit guides. You set the intention. Then, you want to be in an altered state of mind to hear what they're saying, because they're always here. They're always talking to you, and they talk to you in the form of thoughts. where do you think your thoughts are coming from? Where do you think those good thoughts, those inspirational thoughts, where do you think they're coming from, man? That's your spirit guides, you know, giving you these seeds, putting these seeds. The problem is we don't hear. We don't hear. It's like having a wise woman. It's like being in a room and there's like a really wise woman, right? And she's speaking the most profound wisdom ever. But there's like 30 kids making noise. She's speaking, but you can't hear because there's 30 kids making noise. So you need to calm the chatter down, get in an altered state of consciousness. And the way to do that is meditate. Or do the Wim Hof breathing and then meditate. You'll get there very quickly. Do like 10 minutes of Wim Hof breathing. You guys, if you follow me enough, just look up Wim Hof breathing. Right? Do 10 minutes of that. That will get you in an altered state of consciousness very quickly. And then just watch your breath and meditate. Within 15 to 20 minutes and things have calmed down, you can pick up the phone and say, hey, you know, my spirit guides, I am calling you now. I want to talk to you. And then you just go along with the conversation because it will be very spontaneous in the moment, right? And if you talk to your spirit guides long enough, you can just have like regular conversations with them. You know, how's your day going? And just really like my spirit guide, there's at least one primary one. And he goes by the name Maximus, right? He's fucking hilarious. Like, he is absolutely hilarious, right? So the way I know he's there is whenever I get in an altered state of consciousness and I say, hey, Maximus. The first thing that I know he's there and I made contact with him is I start to giggle like no tomorrow. And like just uncontrollable giggle. And that's how I know that I made contact with him. You see, but I do that after, of course, after I get in a meditative state, calm myself down. I use binaural beats sometimes. And then I say, hey, Maximus. And then whenever I start to giggle, like it's just uncontrollable giggle, I'm like, you're here. And then we usually crack a couple of jokes before we even talk about anything. Like, I'm serious, guys. You know, this is it. You can literally develop a friendship with your spirit guide because you're already friends. Like, that's the thing. And you will remember all of this when you cross to the other side, when you die. You will remember all of this, right? You're already like besties, and that's why he or she is your spirit guide. So I usually crack a couple of jokes, you know, with my spirit guide. We have a little bit of laughter, and that's how I know I made the contact. And from there on, we talk, you know, like, I need your help with this, and I hear it's very spontaneous conversation. There's no second guessing at that point. Like, I know I'm talking to spirit guide and I'm receiving the knowledge and I'm receiving the wisdom, and I can ask him about like, what should I do next with my life, or what should I do this, should I do that? Give me some ideas, and then I get some ideas. You know, like this is how I go. If I need some ideas for videos, I do that. I'll talk to my spirit guide. I'll be like, hey, give me some ideas. You know, and I get the ideas right there and then I write them down, and then I go back to the altered state, and I talk about other things too. You know, I talk about like, you know, I want to do this. What do you think? Give me your input. Give me your opinion. Give me some wisdom here. What wisdom do I need for my life right now? And I usually receive some wisdom. Like, sometimes it comes in the form of, now you need to surrender. Now you need to be persistent. Now you need this. Now you need that. So I always get like, I always ask, what do I need right now in this moment? And it's always a different answer. Sometimes, you know, I get the answer of, you need to surrender. You need to let go. And then I let go. And then I'm like, okay, I just gotta let go now. And other times it's like, you gotta work hard now. You gotta be persistent now. And it's always different according to what do I need in the moment. And yeah, man, like once you're in that state, you can have a prolonged conversation, however long you want, and you can ask for certain things. You can ask, can you please, you know, arrange me to meet someone, or can you please arrange an opportunity for me to do this or do that? And sometimes you will get it, sometimes you won't, because sometimes you don't know your own highest good, but my experience is in that state of mind, when you're in that state of mind and you are in the presence of your spirit guide, usually you know what's best for you. So usually all your requests are going to be aligned with your highest good, and your spirit guide will keep that in mind. Sometimes your prayers won't be answered because they're not in your highest good, and that's usually coming from a place of ego. But my experience in that state of mind, in that presence of the spirit guide, your whatever it is you want is in your highest good anyway. You know, at some point you might just want to drop by and say hi, and that's kind of what I do now. Like I don't really ask much. I don't really engage in too much conversation because I already know I surrender my whatever in my highest good. You know, so I sometimes I just drop in and say hello and just crack a couple of jokes, get a few laughs and move on. And that's kind of what I do nowadays. I don't really have like conversations because I've talked to my spirit guides so much that I know they're looking out for my best interest now. I don't need to talk to them. You know, like I've been told, just fucking focus on what you need to do in the present. Don't worry about anything. We got you. You don't even need to talk to us. Like I've had that. Like I've had these revelations. Like you don't even need to talk to us much. You know, we're here. We're watching you since day one, whether you like it or not. And yeah, so good luck. This is one of those things you just have to get in touch with it at some point. And once you do and you know how to get to your spirit guides, then it's not a problem. And you just have to get that skepticism out of you and be open to it, because, you know, like I said, it's like the electricity, it's like the internet. Whether you believe it or not, it's there. Your spirit guides are there. So drop your guard, your conscious guard a little bit. Drop the skepticism a little bit. Get in an altered state of consciousness, and it's one of those things you just have to encounter, and then you have to encounter it repeatedly. And then when weird shit starts happening, ask them. You know what? Ask your spirit guide, show me that you're there. Give me a sign. Give me something that so for me, certain signs that happened killed off my skepticism, because I was still skeptical, and that's why I asked, can you give me signs? I need signs. And if you'll get signs, okay, just be open to see the signs and receive them. And once you do, then your skepticism will be killed off, and now you can use the internet, right? If you're skeptical about the internet and you don't believe in it, then you'll never be able to use it, and you need a sign to kill off the skepticism. So maybe, you know, you log in, you go on Pornhub, you bust a nut, and now you know, and now your skepticism is completely killed off by that nut that you just busted. Well, in the same way, ask for signs for your spirit guides and say, hey, you know, show me signs. You know, I'm still skeptical. I want to kill off the skepticism. Show me some signs. And once you're shown the signs, then you'll know. God bless you all, guys. All of you have spirit guides watching you, so don't worry. It's like Bob Marley says, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, or yeah, I just talked to my spirit guides. They're gonna make sure you sleep with the fishes, so subscribe.